Hey everybody, welcome to another Cars and Zebras auction. All of this footage was taken at the Chicago Mecum auto auction, so I sure hope that you enjoy it. And of course, if you do, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel since I will be posting this footage regularly. But with that said, let's check out our featured car. Hey guys, before I start the video, make sure you vote in the upper right corner for how much you think this car is going to go for at the auction. All right, let's hit it. This is a 1962 Chevrolet Corvette. And just look at this car, you guys. It is absolutely phenomenal. One of my favorite years for the Corvette. Now, interestingly, in 1962, there was only one engine size available in the Corvette, and that was the 327, but Chevrolet did offer a few different horsepower ratings. The base engine was 250 horsepower, or you could opt up to 300 horsepower, 340 horsepower, or this car, the top dog with fuel injection rated 360 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 352 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. And sure, that might not sound like a lot of torque compared to some of the other muscle cars of the era, but remember, with the tuning on this car and the fuel injection, the torque curve was extremely flat, so it had more than enough power. It also featured hydraulic lifters and a sky-high compression ratio of 11.25 to 1. So I sure hope you love paying for that premium race gas. But we do need to address the elephant in the room, and that being the fuel injection. It had a terrible reputation in the 60s, but that's really just because people didn't know how to maintain it or really work on it. But if you knew what you were doing with these systems, they actually functioned really well and they gave fantastic performance. With the fuel injection engine, you only had two transmission options. You could only get a 3-speed manual or a 4-speed manual. They did not allow you to get the power glide in this combination. And this car just happens to feature that ultra sweet 4-speed, which was going to cost you another $188.30. But let's just take one more minute and really enjoy the interior of these cars, because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the layout, I love the gauges. That giant steering wheel is just so cool. I still think that the interiors on these 62 Corvettes are some of the best ever. It's a little cramped, but it's very cool. Chevrolet offered quite a few different rear gear ratios on the 62 Corvette. You could get anywhere from a 308 all the way to a 456, but 370 gears were standard. Curb weight was very impressive on the Corvette. In 1962, with the 4-speed, it was only 3,075 pounds. The base price in 1962 was somewhat expensive. It was $4,038, which, adjusting for inflation, would be almost $34,000 today. But even with that hefty price tag, Chevrolet still sold 14,531 of these cars, so that's pretty impressive. Car and Driver magazine tested the Fuelie Corvette in December of 1961, and they ran the quarter mile in 15 seconds flat at 95 miles per hour. Chevrolet was using some rather interesting advertising in the early 1960s. They were really focusing on showing how rugged their vehicles are. And yes, you just saw a Corvair getting some air. You want to see it again?
Most complete and rugged system of testing, punishing, and analyzing.
Hell yeah, the only thing this commercial's missing is some cigarettes. Oh, there we go. As awesome as the Corvette was, it was kind of an afterthought in the commercials. I mean, here they just sneak it in right at the end.
And in the dramatic and beautifully unique Corvette, the sporty stand-up-and-go sports car that passes and surpasses anything in its class.
How about we take a look at its tag and see what it has to say? Of course, at the top they list that it's fuel injected. They also mention aluminum fin valve covers, dual exhaust, 4-speed manual, heater defroster, clock, painted steel wheels, yada yada yada. But you'll notice that this car does not have the highly desirable heavy-duty brake and suspension package. But even still, Mecum is estimating that this car will go somewhere between $55,000 and $75,000. I did find this listing online for another 1962 Corvette that was for sale. And sure, they look similar, but they are different cars. This one does not have fuel injection, and they're asking $65,000, which I think's a little bit much. But for a 62 Fuelie, I don't know, I could see that. So my own personal guess was that this car was going to go between $65,000 and $70,000. But enough talk about this car. Let's see what it goes for at the auction.
184 is a 1962 Corvette Fuelie. It's a 4-speed transmission, fuel injected 327 to 360 horsepower engine. Auxiliary hardtop is included in the 62 Corvette Fuelie.
How much are you now? That's the big board. Now that's the big one here. That's the big one here. 71,000. 71 Fuelie. 71, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now that's the big up the bid. Now that's the big up $60,000 bid. Now the bid. Now that's the big up $70,000. And the bid. Now that's the big up $16,000 bid. You want to bid? Now the bid. Now that's the big up $16,000 bid. Now that's the big up 15. Now that's the big up 15. Now that's the big up 50 bid. Now that's the big up 55. 50 bid. 55,000. Now the bid. Now 50 bid. Now 5. 55, 50 bid, 55. The next 55 bid reserve is 55. $60,000. Now 55 bid, 62 Fuelie with the hard top. 55. Well, it's 70. 55 bid, now I'm going to go 60. Now 55 bid, now I'm going to go 60,000. 55 bid, now I'm going to go 55. I'm going to go 57. 5. What? Who did that? 40 pounds. 56. 57, 57, enter that, you want 7. 6 down, 56,000, down, down, everybody go 57,000, down, 7, down, 7, down, everybody go 57,000. Anybody else? 56, 57. Going once, enter that. Twice, enter that. Third and final call. Sold, 56,000, sold, $56,000.
185 is a 1961 Pontiac Ventura bubble top.
Thanks for watching this Cars and Zebras auction. I do appreciate it. If you found it entertaining, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future auction videos. And of course, I'll see you at the next one.